Hello, myself Sunil. This is basically the 50 number part of the PHP. So the topic is array basically. See basically. See basically. So see basically. Unset basically is ready-made function. It says that basically you have to unset the array basically. But this type of thing basically people don't use basically. Otherwise basically people use it also basically. We can't say anything. Unset basically is to the value remains at the reference to the last array basically. So without unset basically it refers to the last array. So after the array is completed, it's set to the last basically. But that time basically you can re-initialize the array basically, or basically reset the array value basically. That also basically, or basically unnecessary basically. So unnecessary thing basically you have to avoid in programming basically. The main thing is unnecessary things basically you have to avoid. If you are basically using certain level of functions basically, that is giving lots of burden to the server basically, to the environment also basically. Why? Because one of the person told that one day basically the internet group and the programming department and the creator basically, that are the customized creator group basically, they have to sit somewhere basically and they have to design everything basically, that like this way basically the stuff basically is going, like this way basically the stuff is going, this is the error, that is the error, this is the error, like this basically you have to check the stuff basically. But that is not possible na basically, because if entire group will become one basically, then it's a union basically is going to generate, and that will create one problem to the many group basically. So nobody basically creates union basically. If they have created, then basically it's a problem to them in future basically. So one person told that one PHP developer is searching for the job, he is not getting the job. Why? Because PHP union basically came into picture, and due to this basically entire PHP has become one, and that person basically was fired from the PHP programming basically, from the programming basically. So one of the person told that union basically has already created, right? Because this was not supposed to create, but the system has created it. So in future basically assume that something basically happened in PHP, entire PHP will get end basically. So that's why lots of people says that, that's why basically the PHP is not supposed to end. So we created many frameworks basically. So here basically all the framework group basically are totally different basically, but few people basically creates the union only basically. Symphony union, PHP Symphony union and the cake union both basically become one, and they basically told that अरे भाई ये आदमी है ना मेरे वहाँ था basically, he was working with Symphony, but I basically doesn't like him, so you cake department basically you also don't take him basically. So he literally basically don't take him basically. Why? Because it's a union basically. So it's very bad basically. Union basically it's very bad. Union is very bad basically. it allows to rule the group basically, but it destroys the particular individual group basically. So see basically the function array, adding the array item like this. Basically you are adding the array item. Multiple array is also basically possible. Inside array basically another array, but that type of thing basically is depend upon the requirements basically. PHP delete array, so you can remove the array also basically. So it's exactly the add, modify, deletion basically of the database. Here basically you are using the array. So one of the person told that you told basically that Excel basically you have to learn basically. If you are learning Excel basically, then but in Excel basically array is there, but in Excel basically array functions are there basically. Array like functions basically are available, but exactly array basically it's not there basically. Might be there also basically because I am not aware about the fully Excel basically, because Excel is very deep basically, very deep. Even basically you can do macro programming, you can do the visual basic programming in the macro, in the visual basic. You can create the entire system basically in the Excel basically, but it's very dangerous basically because there is no database. Excel is everything basically, but Excel say that basically we are so secure that basically we are allowing to do the programming also basically. So it's the Excel confidence basically. So Excel basically might be having the physical place also, because if he is allowing the programming, that means he might be having the physical place. So you can just imagine basically. To remove the existing index from the array, you can use this array splic. What is that? I don't know, but it's a function basically. Unset is there basically. Unset means to reset the array basically. Unset is basically to reset the array basically. So in next video we are going to see a little bit more about this topic.